Hey lads, welcome to How to Make a Statbless. So, Statbless is one of the two, or potentially three, major blesses that are real good in Domains 5, Warriors of the Faith. Which nation you're making for doesn't really matter. Matters a bit, but doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to pick a nation at literally random. My eyes are closed. I don't know what I'm picking. Click. Oh, cool. Jotunheim. One of the very few nations that doesn't like a Statbless. Okay, fine. You can't do it for everyone. Jotunheim has anything with super expensive guys that already have good stats, probably doesn't want a Statbless, especially super giants like this dickhead. They want resists if they're going to use a sacred based strategy. But, let's pick a random other nation. Attempt 2. Whoop, I missed. I've barely missed Satis. Okay, so this is not a great example because their sacreds are garbage. But, hey, whatever. Who cares? It's fine. These guys still work with a Statbless. That's just how powerful it is. So you go, okay, I want to take a Statbless as Satis. Why? I don't know, but I'm doing it. Yeah, so you find the cheapest guy that you can who has one of the powers you care about, which is fire, water, air, earth, and blood. So for Satis, we'll just go with, I don't know, this guy, Freak Lord. He has blood. So we look at our unit, and we go, oh, look at all his stats. He's got very mediocre stats. High encumbrance, one weapon, the worst armor in the game. Nice. There's also these guys who are a bit better, but they're limited. You can only go one per turn, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So we'll just go for this lad, and we'll give him the power to take on his opponents. So first of all, we set you to imprisoned, and then we go like this, and then we go like this, and like that. So this is the basic Statbless. You go strength, 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 defense, swiftness, attack, and that's a really basic Statbless. Now, if you look at this guy, he's heavily armored, so giving him a whole bunch more defense lets his shield block thing is a bit better, but it doesn't really help him as much as a guy on a horse. However, it'll still help him, so we still give him the defense, and we give him attack because he's gonna struggle to hit guys who are on horses. So giving him a bit of attack lets him do that, and we give him strength because let's look at his strength. 11 strength, and you're like, that's stronger than the average human, but with +6, it's 17. That's giant strength. We add that 17 to this Falchions 8, and we get 25. 25 slashing damage. Ignores the protection of Almish troops to kill them half to death. And, then you have plenty of points left over. You can get some nice scales for your nation and some Dominion score to make your guys that you're going to make. You've only got a Dominion's 1 Pretender, so 6 is like a reasonable amount of Dominion score. Some nations you can pick for like a Statbless, like this guy, for example. If you don't go crazy on the extra parts. But it's just easier with this guy, so you may as well just use him. And, if you're worried about, people doing stuff to you, you can just get that. If you want, they're going to Thunderstrike you, they're going to full of Thunderstrike people who love Thunderstrike, you can put that on, You can also just not. You still have nigh full scales, and you have a great bless for your guys. And, let's have another example. Let's create another pretend god. Let's go, okay, so, what should we do? I don't know. Let's try the old eyes closed clicky method again. I missed. Okay, eyes closed clicky method. Go! Ugh, these guys don't actually have sacred units. God damn it, game. Seriously, everyone here has sacred units, but whatever. Let's go with Airyu. Everyone's like, Airyu bad! The only good thing is Thug! I mean, these guys are okay thugs. Not the world's best, though. I won a 1v1 versus HP that was really fun with these guys, just by giving them Statbless. So this guy's the basic for Statbless because he has 2 paths. And you're like, whoa, 2 paths, yeah, shit, that's powerful. Pew, 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 pew. So my favorite Statbless is you do that, right? For the extra strength. It's not strictly necessary. It's, nice to have, depends on the unit. In this case, this guy is wielding a bronze spear, damage 3, so, he has 12 strength, but every little bit helps with his low damage attack, because he's just an idiot. Now, this guy also, you may as well, you can also add on this, just for, magic weapons. You can give things like that if your nation has where is it? This guy, water and air magic. If you feel like you will be able to cast the 3 water 1 air spell Freezing Mists. Likewise, just something similar with Sulphur Haze, which is fire and air, and other stuff like that. But like here we have a fairly this doesn't look like necessarily a game changing bless, but this suddenly means that you kill nearly every other sacred in the game, right? You kill nearly every other unit in the game. You kill nearly every other thug in the game. Look, this guy does 15 damage. You're adding 8 to that. That's 23 piercing magical damage. You only 2 attacks, so he's attacking with 15. That hits that has a chance to hit a freaking van, right? With a defense bless. Like you could you can even do a heavier one where you just go like, I don't know, I don't need that many of those, and I can just dump this down and that down, and still be pretty much just normal elf sort of nation still. Grab some of that and go like, oh, I'm gonna just grab another attack skill. I'm just gonna be able to hit even elves. And this is not a good sacred. This is a terrible sacred. But you give him this, and then instead of like just making these or something, you make these. And out of your cap. Or like, these, and you buff him with like protection and moss body, and out of this, or maybe some indies or whatever, give him some earth buffs. Like, you can take a garbage nation like area, and you just put enough stats on the unit, and it will fight, and it will win. And that's stat blesses. That's how you do it. Just this. These ones here, that one there, this one if you feel like it. Boom. Done.